Hey everybody, I'm Todd and this is Sweet Tea Guitars. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and welcome to my life. Alright you guys, so I got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. I got a few announcements I want to make, but I want to first say Merry Christmas you guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. First of all, I want to talk to you guys about the Riza and the Requiem build. Requiem, I got it hanging up over here, still curing. I've got a couple more coats of oil to put on that body. Then we'll be able to assemble that guitar. I've been slowed down a little because of the holiday. The Riza build, on the other hand, you know, that guitar has kind of turned into an experiment in finish technique, changes to the body shape on the fly. I realize now that I never should have touched this thing. I should have left it alone. I've been reminded of this by several people. But, you know, once I made that first cut, it's like I just got it in my head that I wanted to explore the options on this guitar. But the one thing I did not take into account was the perspective. You know, I kept looking at this body close up first of all. Here it is right here. You know, and I'm happy with the blue. There's several things I'm not happy with. All my carving, as you can see, this has wound up being way out of center. That looks odd to me, and the more I look at it, the more it makes me realize that I just need to let this roll. I'm not going to cut this body in half on the bandsaw like I'm tempted to do. As it stands right now, all I have in this body is a ton of time, a mahogany body blank, and a 3A flame maple top. A little bit of Angelus leather dye, no big deal. You know, financially, economically speaking, if I decide not to finish this guitar, no big deal. I'll keep this body around as a reminder of what not to do, you know? Here's my other issue with it, and you guys, I'm sure, are going to agree with this. This body's too small. It's just too small. I mean, this guitar is probably, as it stands right now, this guitar is probably 4 pounds. There are a couple of other decisions I've made about my whole business plan. I am not going to use a $10 bridge. I'm just not going to do it. I can't bring myself to spend as much time as it takes to hand build a guitar. You're ordering bridges or tuning machines or whatever from eBay or anywhere else, and you're going on the cheap. That's what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with cheap hardware that does not last. The coating's not going to last. The spacing's all wrong. There's just not as much care taken in the production of those kind of parts as there is higher quality stuff. Buying something that's backed up by a brand name, whether it be Hipshot or Kluson or Shaler or whoever, whatever kind of hardware you prefer. Even on this kind of guitar, if I put crap hardware on this guitar, yeah, I could do that and go ahead and finish it out. This guitar would never leave my shop. I would not give it to anyone with that kind of hardware on it. Certainly would I never sell this guitar to anyone. I don't want to put my name on something that I'm not 100% happy with. And I'm not happy with this guitar. So, as bad as I hate to do it, and you know, I really hope this does not cause me problems on my YouTube channel. When I started going off into my exploration mode on this guitar, I should have paid attention to that little voice inside of me that said, "You're going too far. Don't do this." I did it anyway. Part of it was because I was mad that I made a couple of mistakes on the finish mainly. But this guitar, when I first started out before I changed this body shape, this guitar was fine. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. Everything lined up properly. All my routes are nice. I've wasted all kind of time on this guitar, and I don't want to waste any more. I also do not want to waste any more hardware, any more finished product, anything like that. I just don't want to do it. So this is going to become, you know, I'm just going to hang this up on the wall in the shop. Like I said, if nothing else, it'll be a wall art decoration or whatever. Even though I know I continually say I'm not building wall art. Another reason that I've decided to do this is because I've got 2 commission builds that I need to do. I need to get to work on them, and I don't need to keep chasing my tail. I hope you guys are all right with that. All you new guys, take this as a lesson, because I'm telling you, I should have stopped myself from doing this. It was an absolute mistake. If there's any good that can come out of this, I would say this. I've learned a lot about hand sanding techniques on wood. I've learned a ton about how to use Angelus leather dye as a stain. I've learned how important it is that you get a absolutely perfect glue joint when you're gluing your top to your body, your main body wood. Plus, it gave me the practice of drilling in these holes and making sure they're aligned. So I've learned a lot from this guitar. As long as you guys are cool with it, I'll be okay. Here is the neck for the Requiem build. This guitar is a different story. We'll go ahead and pull this body down since I know that's what we're going to be working on. So this is the Requiem build, and I'm sure all you guys recognize this. You can see what kind of sheen I got going on there. I'm going to put one more coat of oil on this thing, and then we're going to leave this to cure for probably another week or so. And then I'm going to buff this guitar up. We're going to get it assembled. But I'm not doing that in this video. I wanted to make this video to tell you guys about the Riza build, to let you know the state of the shop right now. I wanted to talk a little about these 2 upcoming builds that I got, the commission builds that I've got, one for my doctor friend and one for a colleague I work with. The guy I work with, I've talked to him a little bit, and I feel like I already know what kind of style of guitar he's gonna like. So I'm gonna build him a classic Telly. I just placed an order right before I walked down here with WD Music. I got a custom made pick guard for it. I got all black hardware. It's all high quality hardware. I've already got black tuners. I've asked him, was he okay with black hardware? He is, but he has no idea what this guitar is going to look like. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even know at this point that I'm building him a Telly. My doctor friend, he wants a guitar that he can sit down on around his pool deck or on the dock down at his lake house and be able to play that guitar without plugging it into an amp. Yet, he knows I do not build acoustic guitars. I am an electric guitar builder. So what I have planned for him is to do a custom one-off semi-hollow body. I'm going to do a set neck design. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. I've done a little bit of mock-up drawing and stuff like that up at the house. I've not completely decided what the final body shape's going to be, but I've got some ideas about it. And the fact that it's going to be a semi-hollow automatically means that it's going to get a top glued on it. I've got some beautiful top wood. The doctor's getting the best that I can get. Everything about it will be absolutely grade A. You know, 5A top wood, straight grain, clean body wood. I am going to do a multi-laminate neck construction. This guitar will absolutely have a back angle or a break angle on the neck and a back angled headstock. One thing I'm really excited about is I'm using a Sophia. It's next level stuff. You guys should go check them out. Just Google Sophia tremolos and go check them out. But I'm putting a Sophia 344 tune-o-matic style bridge, even though it's all one piece. There's no tailpiece. Everything's built in together. You'll see if you go check it out on the website. I've got most of the wood picked out that I'm going to use, although that's subject to change based on the body shape that I wind up going with. I may use a multi-laminate body as well this time. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but I'm thinking mahogany's probably going to be the bulk of the wood on the body. But I may use some walnut, some maple, some purple heart. I may actually use a couple of accent stripes and laminate the book match on the top. I have not decided that yet. But I've got some plans, and I'm thinking, you know, if I can get them to work out, this guitar is going to be really cool. Before I get into those two builds, there are two things that I absolutely have to do. Number one, I have got to clean this shop. This place is a disaster. It's got to be blown out. It's got to be cleaned. About a third of the stuff that I've got in here right now needs to go somewhere else. It does not need to be in here. I'm running out of space. I'm pretty much to the point to where all I need in this shop to move forward with my business plan is a big bandsaw. That's coming. It's probably going to be, it'll be before summertime this coming year, but it's probably still going to be a couple of months. First of all, I need to clean out a spot for it. Secondly, I got some power stuff I got to do down here. I want to get me some more lights. I want to brighten this place up a little bit. I want to cut a hole in the side of my shop and put a air conditioner in here, even though it's winter time right now. I can deal with it. I got a heater. But in the summertime, this place gets super hot. It's like an oven in here. I need to put an AC unit in here, and I'm going to try to find one that's not so super loud that it causes me issues when it comes to filming. I need to also rope me off a section, hang up some panels or something like that, and make a corner of this building into a paint booth. I'm getting ready to take this to the next level. And I don't want to start up against the 8-ball when it comes to how my shop's laid out. Another thing that I have absolutely got to do, and I've talked about this before, all my work surfaces in here right now are about a foot too low. I need to raise everything up in here. I'm fine with how everything's laid out. It's just too short. And I have went and got some melamine. I'm actually going to build another layer onto this thing. And let's pan down here and I'll show you what I mean. As it stands right now, this is my router table, which doubles as my workbench when I drop the router back into the table. I'm going to raise this table surface up about a foot. I'm going to make sure the top is flat, level. Everything's going to be great. All this surface right here, I'll have that as storage for like all my little sanding blocks that I keep up here now. I keep those on this tabletop. So I'll section this stuff off underneath here, have little cubbies or whatever. Over here where I keep all this bandsaw, I got my spindle sander, and I've got my drill press over here. That's got to change too. I'm hoping you guys will drop me some comments and let me know what you think about all this stuff. And tell me if you think I'm making, you know, if this is the right way for me to go. I need to lose the black backdrop. If I even touch that black cloth right now, it'll send dust all over the place. So it is a good idea to get rid of it. And it also, you know, when I pan in, and I'll show you guys why I did that to start with, just to let you know. So when I pan in like this, I could get this to a point that it would have a solid black background and all you saw was me. So you can kind of see I've got a solid black backdrop at this point. I thought that was pretty cool. Another thing I've done is I added a light above me. I feel like that brightens everything up. It absolutely makes it easier to see in here. So I'm going to take the camera off the stand and I'm going to show you guys something that I've never shown this on camera before. as you can see, all across that beam right there, I've got all my files and chisels are hung up. I've got these little things right here that I can hang stuff on. There's my light that I covered up with a t-shirt. I've got a light hanging up here that I've also got covered with the t-shirt to try to mellow it down. And then I've got my light over there that I've left uncovered so I can make sure I keep everything nice and bright. Now up here in the ceiling is where I hung this new 48-inch LED. I think this thing's like 1100 lumens, so it's pretty bright. I've got my carving chisels over here. There's my full-size roller toolbox, and you can see my toolbox is packed to the gills with everything. I got necks hanging up over here. I've got wood there. I've got wood over in there. I keep some of my clamps up here. Some of them are over here near where those necks are. But you guys can see, look at that. That's a disaster. All back over in here, there's my planer. There's my new bench screw. There's just stuff everywhere. You know, there's my jointer. I've got stuff stacked up on top of it. That's the first time I've actually shown that on camera. Things have to change, you know. I could be so much more organized. Next announcement. I have already released, I've said this on video. I've been talking about it on Instagram. I've made a few posts about it. January the 1st, on New Year's Day, I am going to release a short video discussing the details of my giveaway. I am going to build a custom one-off beautiful guitar right here on YouTube, and I'm going to give it away to one of the people who subscribe to my channel. You have to be subscribed to win. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want you to anyway. But as an incentive to get you guys to subscribe, I decided what better way could I go about that than to make one of you guys a custom handmade guitar. And I'm going to give it to you. You don't have to pay for anything. I'm going to eat the shipping. I'm going to put it in a case. I'm going to build the guitar. It's going to be super nice, and somebody's going to get it for free. All it's going to cost you is a button click. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to film all the footage that I can for these 2 commission builds that I got going. And I'm going to get myself prepared for the Great Guitar Build-Off 2022. I hope all you guys are there too. All the same guys that were there last year, plus some. It's really a killer thing to get behind, you guys. The Great Guitar Build-Off staff, which is basically Crimson Guitars, they're doing this to get people into guitar building. And it got me into guitar building. There's so many people that can say that at this point. You know, a lot of guys, once the Great Guitar Build-Off was over with, they quit filming and they went on about their business. Some of the guys probably only wanted to build themselves one guitar, and that's cool. I just got bit by this bug for the rest of my life. You know, I am a guitar builder at this point, and I will remain one. You know, you can see from all the tools I've got everywhere, all the wood that I've got. This was not a one guitar kind of plan for me. This has turned into a career move, honestly. I can't say how far into this I am, but there will come a time in my near future where this is what I do full time. I just got to get some more mileage under my belt. I got to get a few more builds done. There's a few things that I want to get happening before I make that jump. But it's coming. It is absolutely coming. I love doing this. You know, 10 years ago, I didn't picture myself doing this. I was a guitar player at that time. You know, one guitar? No, that's not going to do it for me. I'm going to keep going. So I hope you guys stay on board with it. I'm staying on YouTube for the duration. Whatever happens, I'll be here. Anyway, that's pretty much my plan. Again, I hope you guys are okay with the whole Riza thing. I'm sorry. I apologize that I led you down this path that ended somewhere that is incomplete. You know, I'm as disappointed about it as anybody. But I feel like it's a complete waste of time and money for me to put hardware on that thing when it's always going to be a sore spot for me. But I do apologize for filming the videos and getting up to this point and being on fire about it like I was for it to end like this. This is guitar building. This is not, it's like fishing. It's not called catching, it's called fishing. This is guitar design. This is creation from artistic vision. And sometimes things go wrong. You know, sometimes things do not turn out like you planned them. And that Riza build's one for me. I'll just leave it around. Once I get all this stuff cleaned up in the shop, like I said, I'll hang it on the wall over there or something. It'll give me something to look at. Give you guys something to look at too. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I really do. You guys drop me some comments. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off. You know, I say a couple of weeks. I feel like I can probably get most of this stuff jerked out of here, put back in an organized fashion in one weekend. But building this tool wall and all the stuff I'm planning on doing, raising these desktops, it may take me a couple of weeks to do it. All right, you guys, this is Todd with Sweet Tea Guitars. Thank you again for stopping by the channel. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, New Year's Day, I'm going to announce the details behind this guitar giveaway thing I'm about to do. We won't be doing the drawing on New Year's Day, so you got a little time. Tell all your friends to stop back by here and hit that subscribe button for their chance to win a custom handmade guitar from Sweet Tea. One of the big things I wanted to do is just wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season. Enjoy your time with your family and your friends. And until we meet again, peace and love. Merry Christmas, you guys.